Hello YouTube family, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Vanessa. So in today's video, I'll be testing out the Rare Beauty foundation. This is not a new foundation by any means, but it is new to me. I was very excited to try it out because I've heard so many great reviews on it. So if you guys want to hear my thoughts on it, just keep on watching. First things first, nobody say anything about my wig. I'm sensitive. I'll try to fix it later. Excuse the background. I'm just gonna quickly talk to you guys about some of the details of this foundation. I know you guys are probably tired of hearing about it because this is by no means a new foundation. It's new to me, but it's been out for quite a while. So this is a weightless foundation with concentrated pigments that feel barely there while providing buildable medium to full coverage with a natural finish. It's intended for all skin types. It has a doe foot applicator, which I'll show you guys in a minute. It's supposed to hide the look of pores. There's no clogging, no caking, and it comes in 58 shades, which is amazing. So this is what the packaging looks like. I really love it. I think it's very cute. It's simple, but it's unique, and like it makes a statement, like it stands out. Super cute. It has a pretty big doe foot applicator, which I saw a lot of people complaining about, saying that, you know, it harbors bacteria, whatever. But we do the same thing with our concealers, so. Anyways, I do prefer a pump foundation just because I feel like I have more control over how much I apply, but I don't hate this. Okay, so to be completely honest, I don't know why on camera it looks like I have a bunch of spots on my face. I don't. I do have some areas that definitely need color correcting, but it doesn't, my face in person does not look as bad as it looks on here. Regardless though, I have a few dark spots and the hyperpigmentation that I do have. I usually do color corrected and spot conceal. Today I won't be doing that, just so we could see how much coverage there is in the foundation. I will be color correcting my eyes though, my under eyes, because they need help. But I do want to say this is not my first time using the foundation. I used it one other time and I did color correct and spot conceal underneath it, and the foundation looked full coverage on me. That's one thing that was like deterring me. Is that the word? Deterring me from purchasing this foundation, is that everybody said it's a great foundation, but they complained about the coverage. And I'm a full coverage kind of gal, but I'm open to trying different things. So we're gonna see how it looks without any type of concealing or correcting underneath, because I hate when people do foundation reviews and they like color correct, because it's like, how are we supposed to know like if the foundation actually, you know, has good coverage? Because not everybody's gonna color correct. But yeah, I'm gonna prime and color correct off camera and I'll be right back. I cannot believe I forgot to mention this, but I'm using the shade 330N. The N stands for neutral. I do not have a neutral undertone by any means, but this is a very warm foundation. It does not look neutral at all. If we have similar skin tones, if we have similar skin tones, there's a bunch of other foundation shades that I use and other foundations in the description box. It was hard picking out a shade, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm usually really good at it. Like, I can color match myself by a picture. I don't even have to try it on, but it was hard. Like, I originally thought I was a shade 320, so thankfully I was only off by a number. That's the foundation on above this one. But it was hard because the bottles look a lot darker. When you swatch them, the shades are lighter than they look on the bottle, and then the models have a deeper, well, the model for this shade has a deeper skin tone than I do, so I didn't think it would match. It was odd picking out a shade. So I would definitely say, you know, when you go to Sephora, ask them to help you. I know they're not always that good, trust me. Like, I can count on one hand the times that I've been correctly matched at Sephora. I no longer do it, but I've been having to. Well, not having to, I had to with this one, because we're not allowed to touch the products ourselves. So don't be afraid to ask for help. Some of them do know what they're talking about. So for my primer, primers, I used the Huda Beauty water jelly, all over my face, the Poreless Putty. I use this on like where my pores, where I have the biggest pores, which is right here, my under eyes, my chin, my smile lines, and my forehead. And to color correct my To color correct my under eyes, I'm using the Makeup Forever Grayness Eraser Primer on my under eyes, and then I put concealer over that. Another reason that I was skeptical of trying out this foundation is because it does have a natural finish, which ends up looking more and more luminous as the hours go by, and I have combination skin. So I have a very oily T-zone, and the rest of my face is normal to dry depending on the weather. So I do want to test just how long this will last on my skin type, but I want to do a little extra test. So I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty setting powder in the shade Blondie, and I'm going to be applying it right here, just on this area right here. I get super oily right here, but I want to test it out here to see if there's a difference, if one side's going to last longer, you know, all that good stuff. You know what I'm also going to do? I'm going to put it on my smile line. Alright, so we are ready to begin applying this foundation. I'm going to be using my favorite brush. I honestly, I used to be y'all, I just woke up. I used to be a die-hard sponge fan, and I'm not gonna lie, I still love my sponges, but I feel like I cannot do my foundation anymore without this brush. This is the Huda Beauty Face Buff and Blend brush. She's dirty, but it don't even matter because I used it to apply this foundation yesterday. But yeah, this brush, it applies your foundation so smoothly, so evenly. There's no streaks, and you get a full coverage because this doesn't soak up a lot of product. Oh, this does say shake before use, and I watched a lot of reviews on this, and that was the #1 thing people were forgetting. And the foundation is super liquidy, so it was spilling everywhere. Most people were dotting it on, but I'm going to swipe it on because I'm trying to get the most coverage, you know? So I'm gonna do 3 swipes. And I don't know about what you guys think, but this looks light, but it blends out the same color as my skin. Wow, so that's with 3 swipes. I feel like that looks really good, and honestly, this is enough coverage for me. I don't have the most problematic skin. I am still recovering from some really bad breakouts that I had a few months ago, but I don't have the worst skin. So on how my skin looks, the type of skin that I have, it looks full coverage, even though it's medium. That looks really good. I honestly don't feel like we need to add more. And you see it has that natural glow. That looks great. It looks very skin-like. Not my preference. I'm a matte kind of girl, but it does not look bad. So it applied perfectly fine on top of that powder. It doesn't look dry or anything, because sometimes when you apply liquids or creams on top of powder, it can look really bad. No issues there. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed before I started applying the foundation, but I have a bunch of beauty marks on this side, and y'all, I feel like you can only see this one. The other ones that I have are almost completely covered, which is insane considering this is not supposed to be full coverage foundation. So don't be like me and don't be turned away because people told you it wasn't enough coverage. Well, let me rephrase that, because it might not be enough coverage for some people depending on the look they're going for, depending on what their skin type is or skin concerns. So take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. So you guys see how the foundation does not look neutral at all? My neck, foundation, no foundation. Sometimes I have a hard time finding foundations that match my neck because my neck is very olive, but my face is very yellow, and I feel like a lot of brands don't really make foundations with true olive tones. One brand that I think does really well with undertones is NARS, and another one is Huda Beauty. I feel like Huda Beauty is the one brand that knows how to combine olive and yellow and make it work. And yes, they are different. Okay. All right, I got a lot of real estate up here. Okay, so you see, I feel like I applied too much. I would have been fine with one swipe. So I'm gonna sheer it out with a sponge. Okay, so on my nose, I am going to apply it with a sponge, just because the sponge is a little smaller. But do be aware that the sponge does sheer out the foundation, so you're probably gonna have to keep reapplying. Alright, so this is what the foundation is looking like. It's honestly looking pretty perfect to me. It's not accentuating any texture, any pores, or anything like that. Like, the coverage is amazing. My skin just looks very flawless. If you see some spots on my forehead that are looking a little patchy, it's because of the adhesive I used for my wig. So don't mind that. That has nothing to do with the foundation. So now we're moving on to concealer. I'm going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Medium. Oh, I forgot to mention, you guys, you know how like I told y'all that I always like spot concealer and color correct underneath my foundations? I feel like I honestly wouldn't even need to with this foundation. Like, it looks perfectly fine. Everything that I want it to be covered is covered. Y'all, my camera stopped recording as I was blending out my concealer. So now I'm gonna set my under eyes with the Huda Beauty setting powder in the shade Pound Cake, and I'm gonna set the rest of my face with that other Huda Beauty powder in the shade Blondie that I used earlier. So this is what my face looks like. It looks flawless, literally like so perfect. Very airbrushed. Nothing negative is being emphasized. It looks amazing. My only thing is, you know, it looks patchy right here, but I already told y'all that's because of the adhesive I used. There is no issue with the foundation, so don't even like be concerned about that. That's on me for not cleaning off my forehead properly. But anyways, I love how my skin looks right now. I am going to finish my face on camera, but I really won't be talking. So any products that you're interested in, just make sure you check out the description box because I will list them all down below. Alright guys, I'm back. This is the finished look. I don't remember this lipstick being this bright, but it's quite bright. I like it though. It's giving me spring, summer vibes. I'm literally so ready for warmer weather. I'm so done with the snow, the winter, like I'm tired of it. But honestly, like I'm loving how this looks. It looks very flawless. Just, it's a beautiful foundation. But we're gonna see how it wears on my combo skin. So yeah, I'll be doing a wear test, but I quickly want to show you guys what this looks like in natural lighting. Dios mío, no estaba grabando. Yo, I am so mad. Like, first of all, this is my 6-hour check-in. I have no lashes, no lipstick anymore. I thought I was recording and I was not. I'm so upset. And I literally just touched up because I thought I was doing it on camera. So I'm matte now, but I was quite oily just a few minutes ago. And I had shared with y'all how I think, oh, remember how I powdered up this area? That did not make a difference. I apologize if y'all hear noise in the background. Powdering up this area made no difference. I was just as oily on both sides. Like, I was really oily. Like, around the 3-hour mark, I was already like, this is not going well. So I would say if you're someone with combination or oily skin, this would not be good everyday foundation. Because it just, I mean, unless you're the type of person that doesn't mind touching up multiple times a day, I'm not that kind of person. I only want to touch up once, and that is after the 5-hour mark. I don't want to touch up anymore before that. Maybe I'll touch up once more after the 5-hour mark. But yeah, if you are somebody with oily or combination skin, you're gonna want something that's gonna be more matte. So I would say this would be a good foundation for like pictures, or if you're going to an event that's only gonna be like a few hours. you should be good, but this is not like an all-day wear thing. Unless you have dry skin, then you know, you can go ahead and do that. You probably wouldn't get oily with this. I was also mentioning how I'm like remembering everything that I said when I thought I was recording because I already forgot. I was saying how like even though I was looking really oily, I did still like how the foundation looked on my face because it didn't look cakey, nothing settled into any fine lines, the foundation didn't like disappear from any part, didn't break apart. My skin looked very healthy. I looked oily, which I did not like, but I feel like as the time went on, my oils and made the foundation like melt into my skin, and I just looked very healthy. The foundation is very lightweight. I don't feel it on my skin, but again, I just don't like being oily. So yeah, I touched up, but I don't like how it looks after being touched up because when I first applied the foundation, my pores didn't look big or anything, but I feel like now that I touched up, my pores do look a little big. Or emphasized, I should say. So yeah, I'm not really a fan of it after touching up, but overall, I've really enjoyed using this foundation. Like I said, this is not gonna be a foundation that I'm gonna wear for like a long period of time, or if I know I have a long day ahead of me, but it is beautiful, and I would definitely recommend you guys check it out if you're someone who, again, doesn't mind touching up, if you have oily or combination skin, or if you're someone who has dry skin and you're looking for a good everyday foundation. This is the perfect one. And again, it looks really nice. So that is it for my review on the Rare Beauty foundation. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out and leave me a comment. So, oh, and follow me on Instagram. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.